Hello, FlossTube. I'm Jules. It is August 31st. Theoretically, the end of summer. I am super happy about that. College football kind of really kicks off tonight, although we did watch some last weekend. I had a crazy dream about college football last night where I kept trying to watch certain games and kept getting interrupted, which is how it happens a lot. But things are crazy, busy, and but everything's going very well. And we're doing like sort of a massive end of summer cleaning right now, and things are a little scattered around the house. But I managed to pull all my cross stitch stuff together so I could really get a good show for everybody and kind of show you all my WIPs and what I've been doing and talk about a few other things. But I don't have any notes today. Usually I write notes down to keep me kind of organized, so I might ramble a little bit, but I hope I don't. I'm going to try and be a little mindful about what's going on. But I had somebody comment that they but joked that these little things were sort of aliens coming down into the Westminster Abbey piece, and it probably is. Probably is. You know, that's kind of looks like it, doesn't it? So I want to show you my t-shirt. With it being Labor Day weekend here in the States, we've got the weekend forecast, cross stitch with no chance of house cleaning or cooking. And there's a pretty good chance of house cleaning, but hopefully most of that will get done in the next couple of days, so then we can relax and kind of enjoy ourselves. So got a lot of stitching done this week, and definitely made some progress on a lot of things. I am going to start with, why don't we start with the evil one first, huh? The Reaper. That's not evil. It's just spooky, scary. You guys see that up close? Isn't that cool? Anyway, so I did more progress on this, and I did go back and make sure that I found out the fabric type, and it's 25 count Lugana, not 28 like I thought. Still hurts the eyes unless I use the magnifier, and it doesn't, you know, it's stupid. It just, not stupid, sorry. It doesn't look like I got a lot done, but I'm telling you, it took a while to get this done. And, you know, I just don't want to, the fabric is so tiny that I don't want to mark it. I'm probably being stupid about that, but it's so tiny. I mean, it's so tiny. How, does anybody mark linen? Or these higher count pieces, these 25, 28 count pieces, because I just can't see how the marker, even though it's a fine tip marker, I don't see how I can actually accurately mark it. So I'm just having to be real careful about how I go about it and try to work on like one 10 by 10 square at a time. But this is going to take a while to do. This is going to take a while. And last week I was joking about how I had ridiculously thought that I might get this done before Halloween, and kidding me? No way. No way. But it's going to get done. It's going to continue to be as part of the rotation. I watched my video back from last week, and I did that video on a Wednesday night, and I was really tired when I did it. And I'm like, I wasn't talking straight in that one. I was like, what is wrong with me? I was... you know, it's like I needs it, and things like that. And I couldn't believe I said that. Maybe I make more mistakes in my video than I realize, but I'm not usually that kind of crazy talker, but I was last week. I guess that's how tired I was. All right, next up I'm going to show you God Save the Queen. God Save the Queen. I love this thing. Annie B's folk art. I just love the style. I mean, isn't it a cool style? It's a very cool style. So I got more done. Of course, I get stuff done, I make a mistake, and I have to go back and all these things. So I got this part done. So I finished the save part, and I'm actually almost all the way over to the end, just like right here, I think. So yet again, didn't center my piece, but that's okay. That's just kind of how I do everything. And then that's the top part of the queen up here. So got a lot more done. This is a really fun piece to stitch. It's just, you know, you really got to be meticulous, but it's a really fun piece to stitch. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. I had to go get more threads for it because I told you guys last video that I didn't have, what 975? Yeah, I didn't have a single 975 skein in the whole house, and found it, got it, stitched with it. Life is good. What else should I show you? Let's show you my mom's piece. Well, it's my piece for my mom. The Prayer of St. Francis. Got more done on that. What is going on here? There we go. So I got more done here. So what did I do this last week? I think I filled in more of this down here. I know I did. Like, I spent a couple hours on it. Perhaps I didn't get as far as I would have wished, but I got pretty good chunk done. And so it's, it's probably a quarter of the way done, to be honest with you, already. But this is another piece that, you have to be very meticulous about it constantly. And I make mistakes here and there. No big deal. No big deal. But it's coming along nicely. I like it a lot. What else should I show you guys today? What else have I been doing? Let me show you my football piece. The Saturday Evening Post football piece, because definitely got more done on that. I filled in a lot of stuff. So let's see here. So I think last week I had the dark lettering done, the TH and the E and all that other stuff. I just filled in a lot of stuff around here, filled a little more in here, up here. So a lot of it has been filled in. I want so bad to get this top part done, because when I originally tried doing this on the 18 count, I got about over here, and then that was it. So I'm anxious to see when I actually start getting down into more colors, how this is going to look, because I think it's just going to pop and it's going to be awesome. But this is a lot of fun. This piece is actually very enjoyable to do, and yeah, I've almost got everything filled in on this top part, so I'm super excited. I doubt I'll, depending upon how much I do, I might get onto the second page this coming week, but it really depends on how much I really work on it this week, because I don't know, it's one of those pieces where I think I worked on it a couple nights, and if I just get going on that, I can really book it on that thing. Where am I? All right, Ronnie Rowe. Ronnie Rowe. So I basically misspoke last week. And I said, I was like, well, pretty soon I'll be done and I'll be halfway, and then whatever. I took a look at the, when I found page 3, there's only 4 pages in the Ronnie Rowe, and this is a Ronnie Rowe piece right here. Now, this is very typical of the Ronnie Rowe that I have. So if you look at roughly, here, wait, how do I do this? Whatever. And so you see the top half? It's so pretty, but now look at the bottom half. See how much more there is to do with the black thread? That was my mistake last week. I got a little cocky, I think. And I was like, I'll be on page 3 and I'll just be flying through this thing and whatnot. And oh my goodness gracious, when I found page 3 and page 4 and I looked at them, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take a while. I better get some more black floss. And so I did. And so when I went to go get the pieces for the God Save the Queen, I made sure to get some extra 310 for it. And it's gonna take a while, guys. It's gonna take a while. Ooh, I dropped it. But let me show you where I got. Wait, there we go. All right, so as you can see, I finally finished the part down here on page 2, and I got that part done, and then I got all this part done over here on page 3. So I feel pretty good about it, but I honestly, in terms of page 3, this is the easiest part, because the rest of it is like so much thread, but it's a fun piece. It really is, especially now that I gridded it, and that's also part of why I didn't get further along, is because I just spent time gridding for this next page and to prepare myself. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. You know what? And when I was going through all that, when I found page 3, I found the other Ronnie Rowe, which it's been probably several weeks since I showed you the companion piece to both this and the one that I have. Let me make sure I turn it right side up. Which one is this? I think this one is Piano Teacher's House. And this was one of the first cross stitches I ever finished. But let me show you this one. Let me pull it back. I mean, Ronnie Rowe, good gracious, dude. That's awesome. How beautiful is that? Here, let me show you what it looks like up close. Bzzz, pixelated. but it's a beautiful piece. Yes, I have tape on the outside. Yes, I need to frame it. But anyway, I just want to show you guys that one. A lot of people are like, that's amazing. Where do you get them? Just Google Ronnie Rowe Designs. I don't recall the specific website right now, but if you Google Ronnie Rowe Designs, and specifically this is the pen and ink design section, and there are a number of, there's probably a dozen of these in there. The old colonial houses though, pretty much just these three. There may be one more that's labeled as a colonial house, but it doesn't look quite like these do, so I'm probably not going to do them. I'm just going to stick with the triplet set here, the triplicate set, and or the trilogy. How about we call that the Ronnie Rowe trilogy? And so I'm just going to stick with these, and then I've told you before that when I do get them framed, I'm just going to choose a different matte color, and eventually I'll probably just put them next to each other somewhere. But I'm super excited, for that one day. Many moons in the future, many moons. All right, and for the last piece that I did, no, I did not work on Old World Map 2. I just did not have the gumption to get up and do that this week, because that's a lot of work. But believe it or not, the last 2 nights I have worked on Apothecary Shop, and it's beginning to turn from my nemesis into one of my more favorite things to do. So I got quite a bit done, and I took it out of, I'm using this on the pre-gridded fabric, the Ada. It's just so, if I'm not careful, I could kill myself with this and cut my throat or something. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But anyway, I finally took it out of, I had it kind of folded up. I had it sort of folded up on itself. But I just got to take it out and mess with it, because I don't like the fabric when it's like this. And I know that I could pre-soak it, so it wouldn't do that. But part of my enjoyment of a cross-stitch piece is constantly working on it, constantly pulling it out of the hoop and moving and just working with it. It softens up over time, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy that process. So I'm not going to pre-soak them just to make them softer. It's a badge of honor. It's a level progression in order to get to that point. Anyway, let me show you what I got done. So look. So pretty much last time I showed this piece, this is the second row right here. I did not have it filled in as much as I do now. And what I've done is not finished, but I've mostly filled in that row, and then I've done all of this down here. So I got quite a bit done in the last couple of nights. And I definitely need to, okay, let me show you the problem I have with this. So it's pre-gridded, right? And it's like a light gray or blue or whatever on there. But I gotta tell you, in the process of looking at this, like when I'm stitching and stuff, it doesn't stand out enough for me. So I actually grid over the grid line. So I probably won't get the pre-gridded ones anymore, at least not this style. But I don't know, it's not a big deal. It actually makes it a lot easier for me because it's gridded. I just trace the lines and it's no big deal. But I need to actually go in and finish this bottom part so I can stretch this fabric down. But it's turning from my nemesis into something that I'm really enjoying. So yeah, I just need to continue working on it. But it's a lot of fun. It's getting to be a lot of fun. And that time, that point in a project where maybe the project is kind of difficult, I'm still squishing. You know what? I'm just gonna sit on it. How about that? There we go. I probably cut myself. That would not be good. But anyway, I just, it's getting to that point where it's turning from something that's been difficult and I don't know it very well to the point where I'm like, all right, I got the colors down. I know what the numbers and the symbols and all that mean. And so I'm doing pretty good with that. And it's getting better and better and better. So I really like it. I think that's it for all the WIPs that I've worked on. I did not do Rainy Wild Replace this week. Again, I can't find the pattern. I kind of I was shuffling some things around and doing some different things, and I can't find the page that I'm on right now. Yeah, so that's going to be a goal. But I got so many other things to work on right now. I'm not too terribly worried about it. But I wanted to re-show you guys the Gecko Rouge projects. Coming up on 700 subscribers, Thank you guys so much. I love the comments, and the encouragement, and even the questions. I mean, the questions are all great, and they help me think more about what I'm doing, or if I can, maybe help you guys out. I know that a lot of what I do is different from a lot of people, and unfortunately a lot of what I do is very, very time consuming. Not time consuming, it just takes a long time to do. And sometimes people are a little worried about starting on a really big project. And hopefully I can kind of show you that, you can work on cool, fine art, kind of things, and enjoy yourself, and, while maybe you're working on some smaller pieces. But anyway, I just, thank you guys so much. But coming up on 700, and whenever I do a new start, whenever I finally get to it, I'm still going to be doing my Gecko Rouge. I put everything into my little project bag, which I've combined both pieces into it. Where did I put the pictures? But I still haven't organized it. I got my floss bags. I'm good with that, but I haven't put that stuff together yet. But remember this, my little dachshund? Oh man, I tell you what, isn't that cute? I gotta get that organized, because that's just so much color. It's gonna be so much fun to do, and I really wanna get started on it. So it's just one of those things when I feel like organizing, when I'm maybe getting a little tired of stitching, and I'm like, I just want to spend some time organizing. That's what I can do. And then I got this other piece, what does that say? Scorched by Brit at the top. Bride and groom. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I've got the floss bags. I just need to literally just sort of organize stuff and get it put together, and grid the fabric and rock and roll. Here we go. But guys, that's it for this week. I don't have any other stitching things that I can think of. I'm stitching a lot down here right now because I'm in front of a TV, and we've kind of gotten the dogs a little bit more under control so that they let me stitch a little bit more consistently. But otherwise it's really good. Let me get this out. But anyway, things are good. I gotta keep on stitching. I did actually get that piece for my mom, the second piece, but I'm gonna hold off on showing that until I get closer to stitching it, because it's, oh man, it's really pretty. I love it. My mom is gonna love it, and I want to pull that out at some point. So, but I'm gonna wait till I get the Prayer of St. Francis more done before I jump into that. But anyway, lots of stitching, lots of cleaning, lots of everything to do today. Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend coming up here in the States, and I am off for all 3 days. Don't have a ton of plans other than cleaning and stitching. So t-shirt's not entirely accurate this time, but that's okay. It's still good to go. So I hope you guys have a great stitchy week, and you're safe out there, and you're enjoying your stitching. And if you're not enjoying your stitching, find a way to enjoy your stitching. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, even if they're new patterns that you think I might like, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. My husband's not here. He's at work. But no, and he actually encourages me every time I pass like another 100 subscribers, he's like, time to get a new pattern. And I'm like, babe, I don't have time. But anyway, but if you do see something you think I might like, please send it my way. Just, link it to me on, down below, and let me know if it's something you think I might like. But I hope I didn't make as many grammar mistakes. I know when I watch it back, I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible. It doesn't sound like me. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you next week, and have a happy stitchy week.